Good morning, everyone. It says I'm live. Hi, for those that are new, I'm so glad you're here. And for anybody that's returning, I'm glad you came back. I'm so glad you're here. And for anybody, let me turn the sound down on my phone. So I'm officially live. So I'm Julie, and this is Day Trip Vintage Company. I go live every Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific and 12 noon Eastern. Craft chat. I do. So I've been a longtime collector of vintage. I love decorating with vintage. I love crafting with vintage. So sometimes I'll do craft walls with vintage crafting supplies that I've picked up. Today we're talking about vintage versus retro inspired craft supplies that you can find at Hobby Lobby and Target and Dollar Tree. And I'm sure Michael's. I haven't hit up Michael's lately, and Joanne's. Let me say, hi, Gabby. Welcome. Gabrielle Lish, who's in the chat. I'm so glad you're here. Sometimes vintage crafting supplies are really hard to find, especially when you're just starting out. I used to craft with vintage a long time ago. I made jewelry and necklaces with vintage postcards and little handkerchiefs that had seen better days and beads. And so that was kind of my first intro into crafting with vintage. And now I'm branching out. I'm doing assemblages. And good morning, Rosina. My friend Rosina's here too. Oh, reminds me, I'm going to show something in a little bit. Rosina and I got together on last Sunday, and we probably did more talking than crafting, but we did a little craft together. So I'm going to show that in just a second. And so anyway, yeah, it's often hard to find vintage crafting stuff, actual vintage stuff. And so I like to do a mixture of both. Probably in a perfect world, we would love to craft with just 100% vintage, but sometimes it's fragile. Sometimes we just can't find that right piece. So I'm not a Puritan. I like to give it that vintage look and use as much as I can, but I'm very open to finding things that are new out in the crafting world. Hi, Amy. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. So let me show you what Rosina and I were crafting on last weekend. Oh my gosh, I am so in love with this project. So isn't that beautiful? So she said we're going to be crafting, we're going to make pumpkins with succulents. And I'm like, I'm in. I'm super excited. And I had assumed that we were going to hollow out the pumpkins and use dirt. And oh, yeah. So Gabby bought one of my assemblages at a live sale that I did with Joni at Vintagerous. What was that? Maybe a month ago, I think. Debbie's here. She has good internet. She wasn't sure. Debbie's our Vagabond Travels in the chat. She wasn't sure she was going to have good internet where they're staying. So, but hopefully, right, keep our fingers crossed. So I just assumed we're going to hollow it out and we're going to add dirt and we're going to plant the succulents. But no, she's like, no, it's super easy. You just need a glue gun. So literally all we did, and I like these little flat pumpkins. I'll pull up in a second. I posted on Instagram a picture of Rosina's pumpkin, and then I did 3 that were this style. And she just did one of those cool big Halloween ones and put all her succulents on the top. So I'll pull that. You're lagging a little bit. Oh, hopefully maybe it'll go in and out. So all we did was we hot glued some of the sphagnum moss. I don't know what this is called. I brought this home from my mom's house because, of course, I brought home all her crafting supplies. And I don't know, somebody may know, but you can find the sphagnum moss that I had came from the Dollar Tree, and you can find, different mosses out there that are very inexpensive. And all we did was we nipped off succulents from her garden and my garden, and we just stuck hot glue on the bottom. Isn't that the cutest? Would make a perfect hostess gift, or if you're going to get together with, friends for Thanksgiving, or, meet a girlfriend for breakfast or a boyfriend and do coffee. Isn't that cute? So cute. So anyway, super easy. Yeah, let me try to pull up. Let me pull up so I can show you guys Rosina's, that it could just be and I think she may have used her pumpkin that was left over from Halloween that she had sitting outside. So if you guys can see, isn't that cute? And I love it with the orange. I had a really hard time finding pumpkins. I went to 3 places. I'm like, surely Trader Joe's has them. Trader Joe's was out. I went to Albertsons. And then finally I found, they were a little picked over, but I finally found pumpkins at Sprouts. Yeah. So yeah, Amy, so Rosina, she did this craft last year, and I don't know if Rosina's still in the chat, but I want to say that they lasted until April, I think. We live in Southern California, so our weather is a little bit better. So the other thing is, I've been spraying mine with a little spray bottle of water, just misting them. I've done it maybe twice, I think, since Sunday. So I've just been giving them a little bit of a mist. And she said that she had hers inside for like fall and, for a long time. And then she finally moved it out to the patio, and it was good there too. So as long as the pumpkin doesn't start to get ooky, yeah, April. They lasted till April. So depending on what part of the country you live, or, I know our Canadian friends, it gets really cold and snowy, right, in some parts of the country, and UK, and our friends from everywhere. But depending on your weather, yeah, Rosina's lasted till April. So I think it's the pumpkin that would dictate how long it's going to last, right? Because sometimes the pumpkins they seem like they last forever, and sometimes they start getting ooky, but the succulents should just go, because if you don't already know about succulents, basically you can just break off a leaf or a bud or a piece of succulent and stick it in the dirt, and it will grow. It'll start to root. So I'm assuming it's going to do the same thing in the moss. Yeah, Amy, for snow. So it wouldn't do well outside, but I bet it would do really great inside, right? Because it's going to be nice and warm. Let's see, what does Gabby say here? I'm going to be. Someone made me one, and they took off the top part, and it lived a year. The pumpkin never rotted. I don't understand that either. Wow. So that's really interesting. Did you take the succulents out? Did they put dirt in there or just moss? I would be really interested in that. I would love. Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, so we'll wait for Gabby to post that. And then, okay, so let me do a little bit of housekeeping. Yes, so I'm on every Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern, with the exception of next Thursday, because it's Thanksgiving here in the United States. So I won't be on live next Thursday, and I'm still trying to decide. Nope, they took just a slice off the top. That is so interesting. I might have to try that next year. I might have to do a little bit of comparison. I probably won't be able to find any more pumpkins, but if I do, maybe I'll do a 4th one. I made 3. So and I'm still deciding about December 23rd, the week of Christmas. I might take it off. I haven't had Christmas off in a very long time. Having a very busy business for 11, 12 years, I'm still busy working. I usually would close our business December 10th and continue to work for several weeks with, many hundreds and hundreds of orders. So I think I might just take the whole week off. I'm going to treat myself this year since I'm on a little bit of a break from that business. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. Picasso Cat. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, I love it. Thank you, everybody. Makes my heart happy that you're all here. Okay, so Gabby says that she kept the pumpkin outside all year. Okay, I'm going to have to do some testing of that. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to get into it. So I think what I'm going to kind of do newest and work my way back, especially if you guys want to run out and get these things. So first I'm going to share what I found at Target. This was about a week ago. And actually, Gabby, who's in the chat, she turned me on. She sent me a picture. I'm sorry, that didn't sound right. She turned me on to some tinsel ribbon that Target had. And originally I thought it was in the dollar spot. So my husband and I were doing errands and I said, honey, will you stop by Target so I can run in really quick? And then I was like, they didn't have it. But I didn't realize it was in the decorating section, like where they had all their wrapping paper. So this is their Wonder Shop brand. What was it? $6. And I was very excited because I need to go back to Joann's, but I found this tinsel and it doesn't, it's just ribbon. So it doesn't have the wire in it, but I found this at Joann's at Halloween and I wish I had bought like 10 of these. So this is a little bit thicker than Target's, I'll show. And so I need to go back to Joann's, but I love this. I'm going to, buy a crate full next year. And maybe they still have for Christmas. You guys should go check. So the Target is a little bit thinner, but it's still great. I used up this whole roll. And I love that there's red. And let's see, what do I have? So this is the Joann's. So you can kind of see it's a little bit thicker, but I love edging. I love edging things. It kind of gives it a finished look. And then here is the Target tinsel ribbon, which still has a really nice application. So I'm very happy about that. So thank you, Gabby. No, I thought that you bought it for me. I thought you were just like, here, look at the cool stuff they have. So I think I bought all that they had. They only had 2 at my Target. And then look at this. Did you see this, Gabby? So this was also in that same section, Wonder Shop. I love this. So this is ribbon also, but it has a little bit, it has a wire running through it. So you can get a little, you can shape it. So that has the wire running through it. And this to me, it's not, what do I want to say? I can't think of it. What's the trim with the little balls on it? It isn't that, but when we're making small assemblages or little tiny things, this to me is perfect. Oh, yeah. And Gabby sent me a picture when she sent the tinsel ribbon. They also had felt, it looked like felt ribbon with Christmas trees. And I didn't see that at all when I went to Target. So ours was sold out. But I love this. I just can't think of the name, what the word is. One of you'll probably type it in. And where, oh yeah. So this is, I'll show you, and this will be for sale tomorrow. So I had found similar ribbon at Joann's, and I think this was back at Halloween, and they may still have it because it's turquoise. And so this is the same thing. It has the wire through it. It's just their Place and Time brand. And actually the Target's probably a little bit better because this was $3.99. Although I know they always run those coupons, the sales. What is it, 40% off? So I'm not sure if I got this 40% off. But see, it has a little ghost. So that was at Halloween time. So this is basically the same. The help me somebody, the little balls are a little bit closer together. So yeah, I put that. So this will be, this assemblage will be available tomorrow. I'll talk more about that in a bit at Vintage Coffee Talk, which is our vintage live sale and chat that Kate at Releve Vintage and I host together on Fridays. And yeah, super cute. So that's where I use that. Yes, so speaking of the deer, look also what Target has. So they had turquoise and pink. So I think a lot of you, that's why I'm showing this first. You guys might want to run out and run to Target. So these, I bought these a week ago, and white. And these were in the ornament section. And they're 2 for $3, which I didn't think was bad because they have that very retro looking, right? If we can't find true vintage deer, I think these are a great stand-in. And they have a little, and what I did, I'll show you the assemblage again. So what I did is there's a little, do you see that? There's like a little metal eyelet at the top. So I took the bow off because I'm not a fan of that kind of red thin bow there. I thought it kind of cheapened it a little bit. And it actually, here, I'm going to take the bow off because then it comes off very easily. And the collar that it has is super cute. I mean, I think it's cute just the way it is, but I just cut that off with the little nippers. And then I found there was a little bit of I couldn't get really, really close with my nippers. So I was like, am I going to put glitter on? So I ended up putting just a little piece of, and this is Dollar Tree, right? I just put a little bit of this glittery chenille stem. I just put a little bit of that around his. So I mean, you can create. So the only thing in here, the Pyrex Friggy is of course vintage. This ball is vintage. The Christmas tree, bottle brush Christmas tree is vintage. Oh, hi Angela. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Yay, I'm so glad you're here. Ball is vintage. What else? I think that's it. Everything else is retro kind of style or new and made to look vintage. Yeah. I think we only have three things in here that are actually true. Oh, I take that back. The garland, the fluffy silver garland, that's vintage. Yeah. So that's that. Tomorrow, come to Vintage Coffee Talk. The other thing that I was excited to find were, let's see, how many are in here? This is a pack of 16. So I really like to find glass ornaments when I can. I just think that they're better quality. If I can't, I'll put plastic. I'll do beads, and Dollar Tree has a really great selection of those. But so I was really happy to find these. $3. I thought that was great. So they had this kind of red, white, and blue colorway, which I think will be great for 4th of July too. A lot of applications. These are in greens and what is that? Kind of a purple. I think of greens and purples and whites. I feel like I probably should go back and look for more of these. And look at the coppers. Isn't that beautiful? The gold and the silver and the copper. So I thought these were really well priced. Really well priced. And oh yeah, and I used, So I actually use 2 of the Target balls. I have one of the non-glitter ones here and one of the glittery ones here. And what I also do, because sometimes I love the tops of the older balls. You know how they have the, the Christmas ornaments. I like it when they have the really thick tops, like that thick, shiny, kind of shiny bright-esque metal at the top. And then I'll turn those up so that you can, because I love the look of the top. And then sometimes I'll, turn it down if it's, from Joann's or Dollar Tree or Target. In this instance, I don't even know if you can see. If I have it up, I'll throw a little bit of glitter on there. So I think that just kind of gives it more of a, I don't know, aged look. Is that appropriate to say? And so, yeah, that's that. Let's see. Is there anything else? Actually, I have a lot of stuff in this haul that I used on that. So I can see a couple more things. So Target, these deer are amazing. I don't know. I might have bought like almost every package. I'm sorry, people that live in my area, because I was a deer hog. Okay, so that's Target. I'm working my way backwards. So a couple weeks ago, so this is a couple weeks back, but I think Hobby Lobby really stocks things well. So I bet you may still be able to find these things. Some of these, I don't know what I'm going to quite do with them yet, but look how cute these are. I mean, I loved these. I probably would take this bow off. I'm not a fan of this kind of thin satin bow. I think I don't want to say cheapens it, but I'm not a fan, but I love and these are just beads. So this is a good example. I will often use beads when I don't have, because I have not been lucky enough to find the little tiny mercury balls and beads that they often used in the vintage corsages and picks and sometimes the garland. That's like on my wish list that I hope I walk into an estate sale one day and I find like a whole box of those. So I love that they use beads because I do too. And then this is just a little paper, like a cardboard Santa. So depending on how I use this, I might remove the Santa. I might keep it on there. I don't know. I'm big on saving bits and parts, pieces, right, when I take things apart, because he may work for something else. So I thought these were great. And these were in the ornament section. And I bought 2 of those. Not sure what I'm going to do with those yet. I loved these. And these were in the paper craft section. Look at that Santa. Yeah, so Gabby was mentioning that they don't have a coupon anymore, right? Hobby Lobby used to, was it 20% coupon? I can't remember what it was. So I guess they don't offer coupons. We just got a Hobby Lobby, which I was so excited about. I live in Los Angeles County, and we just got one in Torrance because typically I can't go. I go to the one out in La Quinta where my parents live out. Oh, it was a 40%. Okay, so 40% coupon they used to have. I don't know why they got rid of it. But I will say I think everything I bought that day was 40% off. I feel like the Christmas was something significant like that because I bought like a huge bag full. So I feel like it might have been 40% off. And these were $3.99. I mean, those are gorgeous just the way they are, but they'll be something fun. So these were $3.99, and it's a pack of 20, and they're thick die cuts. They're really nice quality. So I love those. Actually, is that the same Santa? No, it's similar. It's not the same. I almost thought it was the same. These, I need to go back and get more. I have used these like crazy. The colors are great. So it's that pink, a light green. I don't think I've used the hot pink yet, but I know that I will use it Valentine's Day and some other things. And then it's a light blue. And I only bought 2 packages of these. So I want to go back because I think I've almost used, other than the hot pink, I think I've almost used my first package. And I used some of those in this assemblage. And I just put I put hot glue, and I put the top side down so you don't see the top, kind of hiding it. And then I put some glitter on top. So those are those, and these are plastic, and I love the size. Oh, welcome, Laura. Let's see what Laura says. Laura, AKA Kitty Vintage, welcome. So she says, I live in Indiana, shop also in Kentucky. All of our Hobby Lobbies still use the 40% off of one item. You're lucky, Laura. That's interesting. I don't know if it's just California that got rid of that policy. I think, did Michael's Craft Store, do you have those, Laura? Did they get rid of their coupon? Is it only Joann's here in California that still has the coupon thing? Yeah, I don't know. Especially since we just got it. And then I think we got ours and then the coupon stopped. So yeah, highly recommend these. And the size is so good. Super good size. I was excited to find these because I have vintage ones that look exactly like this. 8-piece. I opened it. I had thought I was going to use it in something, but I didn't. How cute are these? I mean, these, they're all tangled up. They would look cute, like in a little miniature. So Gabby, you guys should all find her on Instagram. Same name, Gabrielle Lish, and she does miniatures, and they're adorable. Let's see. So Laura says, yes, we have Michael's and Joann's, and they both do the 40% off, also one item. Yeah. And I think that Joann's, they do, can't you use multiple? Because I know sometimes I get coupons on my phone, and then you have the paper ones. I feel like they'll do multiple ones. Yeah, aren't these wreaths great? I love them. $2.99. I feel like they were 40% off. And these to me look, I haven't unpacked my Christmas yet. Maybe I'll do that I won't be on next week, but next time. Yeah, and do a comparison. Again, I would probably, I don't know. I don't know if I mind this red bow. Too bad. You know what I would probably do? I would put some glitter. I would probably glitter it up. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, hi, Trisha. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for coming. I'm so happy to see you. So these are cute. I was very excited to find those. I bought a bag of these. To me, these are retro inspired. I feel that these would look identical or very similar to stuff that we would find on vintage corsages, and that are still being made and manufactured. And this is great. $2.99. Haven't opened that, haven't used that. These, I love these. So let me take one off. I bought 2 packs. Again, I feel like I need to go back and hoard these. Let's see. Yes, about Joanne. So yeah, you can use multiple coupons. We also have Ben Franklin's. I don't know. They're so cheap, but still send out coupons. What is Ben Franklin's? What is that? I need to know. Let us know. Look how cool. I adore these. I feel like I need to go back and see if I can buy a couple more packages. So they're little picks, and they're kind of like I feel these are something that we would find in true vintage. right? So these have the same red berries, and it's sort of a kind of a lacquer, kind of a, yeah, not plastic, but I don't know what the base would be. Yeah, maybe it is plastic, but they have a very, closer up. And what's great about these is you can take the paper off and then you can use them individually or you can use them together. What were these? I know I have 2 packs, but I don't know what I did with the other pack. But they were probably about the same, $3 or less. And you get, yeah, quite a few. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 12. It was a 12 pack, but they were probably priced about the same. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Okay, so good. Kathy has a Hobby Lobby. Oh, do you have to go to Hobby Lobby, right? I feel like I need to go. I need to go today. Now I'm like looking at all this stuff. I'm like, I need to go. Let's see. Ben Franklin's. We have a Ben Franklin's in Ojai and Bishop. How have I not seen the Ben Franklin's in Bishop? We go to Bishop every summer. We drive through there on our way up to the Sierras, right? I know where I'm going to go this coming summer. So Kathy said she used to have Ben Franklin's, but not anymore. Amy, yes. Don't you think those little picks definitely remind me of the stuff and corsage my mom and aunts wore in the 60s? Yes, I get so excited when I find things like this because I feel like I'm just building up my hoard of vintage crafting supplies. So these are so good. Yeah, I think I need more. I need more. And I used these, I think, for the first time, although I have more missing. What else did I use these on? So I used these also in the assemblage, and I just added some clear glitter on the leaves. So cute. I mean, I didn't even have to, but I thought it just gave it a little oomph, oomph. So let's see, what is Ben Franklin's? It's just like Hobby Lobby. It's a craft store, but also has ornaments, ready-made trees. They also do a craft every week leading up to Christmas for free. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, the holly. The holly is from Hobby Lobby. It's Hobby Lobby. I wish that I was so good this week. I cleaned, I organized. I keep saying it's fairly okay behind me, but I'm sitting at the end of our dining room table in our dining area, and the whole rest of the table is I'm using my big old fashioned PC computer, and the bins and the chaos is higher than my computer screen. How much stuff. And I have a few bins on the floor. And then I said last week I had taken, which helped a little, I took all the non-Christmas and put it all in this big, huge, long cardboard box. And that made me feel a little bit better. But yeah, so I'm slowly getting organized. But I know I had several. Let me look here because I do have a cart next to me. I just don't know what I did, but I know I had a couple packets of those. But these are definitely Hobby Lobby, and I bet, and they were in, so they had, I don't think it was in the Christmas section, but they had, oh, I don't know what you would call it, displays that were sort of back behind where they had all the greenery. And, what do I want to say? Like flowers, like the faux flowers, they were back there. So they had a bunch of displays that had all, like, I think these came from there, maybe these. The ornaments were up where they had so many other cute ones. I mean, there's probably some that I regret not getting, but the fun thing is to look where they have the miniature Christmas tree decorations, because they had some really other cute things I probably regret not going to. I might have to go today when we're done here. We're all running to Hobby Lobby. So yeah, because it's the My Little Christmas in the miniature Christmas tree area. So good. We all need those. What else do I have in here? Okay, these aren't Christmassy, but I don't know. I had these in the bin. I haven't really bought. So this is Jim Holtz, and this is a package of, it's called Field Notes Ephemera Pack. I don't know how many pieces in here, but it looks like a ton. I love these. These are very much, I love that kind of garden-esque natural history look. So I'll do something fun with these come spring. Aren't those cool? They're so cool. Hi, Nancy. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. So I thought these were cool. I wish 134 pieces, and they were $5.99. You can't beat that. Very cool. So I don't know. I have those stuck in here. And then the last thing, and this was in the My Little Christmas. So this is when I was on the hunt for something that would replace my beloved Hobby Lobby glitter ribbon. I feel like I need to go there in the next couple days. So I would say this has, and I use the silver to edge out the Pyrex because I felt like it needed, I'm kind of messing up, but it has the wire in there. I felt like it needed just something to finish. And is that like a string of, it's like Forever the hot glue, just to kind of neaten up and give it kind of a clean edge. I felt like it needed something. So I used the silver. Now, if I'd had this, I maybe would have used that, but I think it's interesting because it does have a different texture to it. So yeah, so I bought this because I was on the hunt for a replacement. Let's see, where's the end? I grabbed one that, I probably have too much of this than I need. I can't find the end of it. Well, here, I feel it. I somehow feel it. Okay. So I think this is pretty cool, but it's not the Joann's. It's not the Joann's, but I think it has some good application opportunities. Let's see. Was it glitter ribbon from Joann's? So this was at the Joann's, but it was at Halloween. So it would have looked similar to, what did I do? Oh, I already put it down here. It would look similar. Oh, in fact, I saved this because I thought, well, I might use that for a riser. So see, it was the Halloween. It was the place and time, and it has a little ghost on it, but I'm hoping maybe they would make the same thing for Christmas. I'm going to buy like a case of it next year. I loved it that much. And I think I have it in orange. I don't know what other color it came in, but I'm literally going to buy a case of it. I love it. So I bet they don't have it anymore, but maybe they rebranded it for Christmas. But I'm going to go look this week too. Yeah, let me know if I will buy it and I will pay you for whatever you find. So yes, that was place and time. It's the good stuff. But this is okay. This is okay. I think this works perfectly. And I love the Target, the thinner. I love that. I used it and I love that too. So it's just different stuff. I think when you find things that you really love, hopefully they'll continue to offer that every year, and right, you just kind of figure it out. So that's that. And this one came in silver, gold, and red at Hobby Lobby, and it was $1.99. I feel like everything was 40% off the week I went. Okay, so I think that's Hobby Lobby. Oh, the other thing that I thought was a great, and because it was 40% off, was $4.99. This huge bag of pine cones, right? That's that we used to see that in vintage stuff. That never goes out of style. So that was the Hobby Lobby. Yes. And then now I'm going backwards in time. So some of these things might not be at Dollar Tree anymore. Craft kit in Studio City. No. I might have to go on a field trip there. Craft kit in Studio City, game changer. Are they on Instagram? Do they have an Instagram page? I've never heard of Craft Kit Craft. Is that where you go for your miniature stuff? I would like to know. I would like to know. Maybe I need to do a field trip. So yeah, so some of this stuff may not be available, partly because of me, because I hoarded all the Christmas trees this year. I went to several different stores, Dollar Trees, because the one closest to me didn't have them, and then I ended up going to a different city. But I love these. I think I probably bought, I haven't used them yet, but I bought, I don't know, maybe 3 in each of the colors. So they had the pink, and I love the size. I do have a project that I'm going to be using the green on, hopefully this coming week, depending on, so these are great. What is the size of these? I love this size. Yeah, these are almost 9 inches. Not quite, but almost 9 inches. So these were great. To me, this is Easter or something kind of feminine and girly and cute. And I love this turquoise. I'm surprised I'm not doing something to use a turquoise first, because I'm a turquoise girl. So these were great. So they might not have these anymore, depending on where you live or your area. They had little packages. This is Dollar Tree again. So 6 pieces for $1. I was super happy to find these. Let's see. Gabby says it's a very old family-run store. So it's a one-off. Okay. Field trip time. Field trip time. What did I say? Yeah, 6. So 6 pieces. White. Silver. I love the glittery silver. And I think green too. I don't think I grabbed the green pack. And then gold. I love those. But I also love and have used these. So if your Dollar Tree happens to be out of the, specific Christmas trees that are in the crafting area, I love these trees. So these are typically their winter village. So these would be used in the little Christmas house displays, and the bases are different. They're wood on all the other ones, but frankly, you end up covering them up anyway, or at least I do, with tinsel and different things. I mean, you could use the fake snow, so you really don't see the bases, but they come in, and it's a 2-pack, and I love the 2 different sizes. So that's a green flocked, and I love white because sometimes you need a white tree. So those, and they have a little bit of a glitter. So that's I have found, and I have found these even maybe a week or so ago. I bought more packets of these. Let's see. What does Trisha say? I haven't had a chance to go out looking for fun goodies. You found such great items. Yes, and I feel like when you find it, you have to get it. That's how I was with the trees at Dollar Tree, because I went several times and I thought they're going to be sold out. They're going to be sold out. The other thing that I want to try at some point is Amazon, because I think you can get some really great bottle brush trees on Amazon for, really good price point. So at some point, I'm going to try those, and I'll do a little bit of comparison, like, right, quality comparison. I'll do that on one of the shows. Oh, Angela's done doing the mystery box. So Patrick at Trusty Huckster Mercantile teamed up with Angela. You'll have to let me know if it was a rescue in his area. I'm not sure the background of, and I think this was the second year. And so our community here on YouTube came together, rallied together. Angela and a lot of other people that have YouTube channels in our community. They donated mystery boxes, and they had drawings that night. They had things that were up for sale on eBay, up for bid. They had items that were a live auction, and it was so good. And the Doxy rescue that this fundraiser was for, she was alternating and showing some of the rescue dogs, those that were available for adoption. And not all were dachshunds, and some were mixed and mixed breed, but oh my gosh, it was fabulous. Let's see. Oh, okay. So that's the connection. So Patrick, he used to work with Dawn from the fundraiser. I believe she lives on the East Coast. So it was so wonderful and heartwarming. And as this community always does, we always come together. We've had people that have been in need and have had, health issues and kind of sudden things happen. And I love that about this special little YouTube community that we're in, that we rise up and we help one another, and it's so heartwarming. Angela, do you know how much has Patrick done a count of how much was raised for that? It's wonderful. So that's Trusty Huckster Mercantile. You know what? I'm going to make, I know Angela's good about, how do I do that? I think I have to go to my phone, because Debbie's a mod, but she's probably not in here anymore. So let me do that. Let me put that on my phone. Glitter on my phone. Let me do that really quick. I think I have to go into my phone and do it to make, moderators here. Let's see. Okay, so I'm adding Angela, you as a mod, and Gabby, do you know how to put links in? Yeah, add moderator. Okay, I think you're both moderators now. Let me go back into the live chat. Okay. Oh my goodness, what a great number. Okay, so Patrick put out a number at one point. It's more than last year, $3,800. Yeah, so Angela or Gabby, if you want to put the link to Patrick's channel in the chat, that would be great. Oh, wait, what happened? Let me check. Yeah. Okay, so I think I did that properly. Wow. That makes me feel so good. Let's see, what else is Dollar Tree that I am loving? So this was what was interesting. I haven't used these, but I can see where the application would be really great. So this is an example of these little wooden ornaments that we love. Sometimes they're made in Japan. Sometimes I've seen them like Germany or Sweden. And I bought this. If somebody could put the link in too. I bought these from Michelle, who is Emancipation 300. I think that's her YouTube name. But I think her vintage store is called Echo Delphines. And I bought these at a live sale that she was on. I don't remember who it was with. So these are the, you know, traditional wooden ones that we see all the time. I love these. These are going to be used in a fun craft. Aren't those cute? So what do these say here? This is, I feel like that's Germany. Yeah, Germany. So this one has a tag from Germany. Right. So these are sometimes I have, I don't know if I've found Christmas ones at the thrift store, but I think I have at estate sales. Occasionally I always pick them up because I think they're great. But at Dollar Tree this year, I thought were so cool. They had these little wooden shapes. I'm not sure if I bought all of them, all the different ones they had, but look at these little snowmen. I mean, you almost could. I mean, here's an example of a vintage wooden ornaments. And look, I'm going to have fun with these over the summer. Oh, thank you. Thank you for putting Patrick. Okay, there's Michelle. Oh, there. Okay. Yeah. So Gabby put, Patrick is trustee Hexter Mercantile, and Michelle with Echo Delphines is Emancipation 300. So aren't those cute? So I found little wooden snowmen. I love these trees. Wouldn't those be cute? So you could just, I mean, you could keep them as is if you were doing, you know, kind of a Scandi look or like a boho look. But I want to try to paint them. You could glitter them up. You could paint them and glitter them. Aren't these cute? Wouldn't these be cute for your miniatures, Gabby? So I thought the trees were cute. I opened it because I thought I was going to do it in an assemblage I was working on yesterday. And then look at these angels. Aren't those sweet? They are so cute. And I think they're such great quality. The, is this paper? Yeah, I feel like the wings are paper. Wouldn't those be cute if you just even painted them a solid color, the wood, or kept the wood as is and glittered them up with like gold glitter? Yeah, I think I saw that too, Nancy. Yeah, so Nancy said that Misty at Thrift or Junk or Vintage Hunter. I think I was doing the dishes yesterday and watching a live or something that she had. I think I watched it in a replay, and she had a whole bag of bottle brush trees from Amazon. So at some point I want to purchase, and then it'll be fun to kind of do a comparison, like a quality comparison. So I thought these were so cute. So cute. So I'm going to do something fun with those. Let me clear off my path here. And these are just kind of things that I found that I loved at Dollar Tree recently. I love this lace. I have quite a collection now. In fact, I have a haul I need to do down next to me. I have found so many great lace trim and vintage lace and trim. Gabby even gave me some recently, but I love this just thin cotton ribbon, and it's lace ribbon, 9 feet. This was Dollar Tree. I think I probably have like, I think I purchased 3 spools of it. There's so much on here. Can you see how much is on? And sometimes, you know, you want something that has a little bit different texture. And I love this ribbon. I'll probably always kind of keep stock in it. What did I, oh, yeah. And I used that ribbon when I did this Halloween, this little Halloween ornament card thing. But I really liked kind of the way it wrapped around. And sometimes you just need that smaller size, right? So I love that. This is like always spring, Halloween. You can use it at Christmas. This is like an always thing. Oh, so this is an example of, they may have had it in different colorways. Again, Dollar Tree. Let me take this off. And so these are plastic. These aren't exactly very exciting. They do have this ridge that goes all the way around, which isn't fabulous. the top is kind of cheapy. I don't even know if it comes off. I would almost be afraid to break it. So I wanted to use this color in, so I kind of started that assemblage and I have to pick it back up and finish it, but I wanted pink. And so I haven't quite finished it, but I thought, okay, how can I cover up that top? Because I wanted the top to show on the assemblage. So I just Mod Podged. I took a piece of, like from a vintage book. So it was already a little bit darkened. I'm using this thesaurus. Just use it for everything. I just rip pages out of it. And I put a little bit of, I think it's Tim Holtz that, where is it? Somewhere here. That kind of aged ink. And I put some of, and I'll probably end up glittering it. So I thought that was a good way that you can kind of cover up the top. So whenever I finish, sometimes I start things and then I'm not inspired and they kind of go off to the side and then I'll pick them back up again. But so that's usually I'll put it down so you can't see the top, and then I would glitter this because it is really cheap plastic. But when you need something that's that size, right? Sometimes we need the bigger ornaments. Sometimes we need this medium size, sometimes the smaller. You can't beat it. $1.16. You can't beat it. So I'm going to stick that in there. The other thing that I found that was really cute is these are Gemstone stickers. So they were, I think, in the more stationery, and I thought these were really cute. I have used them in an angel that I have behind me to cover up some hot glue. So I love those. And then my kind of really favorite thing that I have been loving are, let me see if I can find the bigger, is their glitter. I have not been unhappy with the Dollar Tree glitter. So they have these larger size bottles. This is 63 ounces and it's ultra fine, right? Because I really like the fine glitter. So I've been happy with this, and that's Dollar Tree. And then I think they had some packs that had maybe, I don't know, 4 bottles of different, and this looks fine. Again, and the tops on these are kind of cool because they have the little holes there. Yeah, wouldn't they? They would be really good for eyes, those stickers. Let's see, what does Angela say here? You could put glitter glue over the mold lines and around the bulb. Yeah, so it looks intentional. That's what I often do. Like here, I use the little balls that were from Hobby Lobby, and I usually glitter them because they're plastic. And I always usually stick glitter. And let me all know. So I've been saying to people lately, I love the vintage balls when they get the ornaments, when they get this patina, this aged look. I love it. Like when I'm looking for them, I search the ones that have just the right patina that I'm looking for. I love it. To me too, that it's vintage, right? Then you know it's the real thing. Do you all like that? Yeah. Let me know. But I'm loving these little packages of glitter. So this is a 6-piece, and look at all these colors. These colors are great. So I think I bought every colorway that they had because I know these remind me of mermaids. It sounds like a mermaid, like aqua look. So cute for Valentine's Day. And my little secret tip is I kept them. I got lucky, like 30. I don't know, 30 of, I want to say they're Wagner's. I've taken the sticker off. And at one point I was like, oh, I should put these in my Etsy shop. I don't need this many, but I'm glad I kept them. I probably don't have enough to accommodate all this glitter, but so I took, and these are, for spices, and you would find them in the spice rack, but some of them have the tops like that. Isn't this cool? So eventually, as I use them, I'll open, because what do you do with this? You have to have a little Tupperware container, or you have to, I don't know, a baggie isn't good, because most of us that glitter, you get a paper plate, and then you want to put the glitter. So these have been great. So if you guys are out, if you're at estate sales or out thrifting and you're crafters, this was like the best, kind of my recent aha moment. And then they have the little lids, and this little plastic comes off, right? So you can, let me grab one of my plates, right? And those that are crafting for a long time, or those that are new, right? I will glitter over these plates, and then I just do the dump. And this is another thing that I recently found. These are my little hacks. I don't know if I got this at the Dollar Tree. I might have it. If it didn't come from the Dollar Tree, it was a package. Maybe Walmart even. Yeah. This is the best brush, because the glitter, it sticks to the paper plate. And I discovered this past week, this is so awesome, because, and it doesn't stick to the brush. I mean, I have a little bit of glue. Well, I probably have hot glue on this one, but it is amazing, because you can, right, get it down to the bottom and just keep brushing it and getting it back into your bottle. So that's that's like my big trick. These are great. Hi, Jenny. I'm glad you're here. Good morning. So I don't know. If I remember where I bought these, I will let you know. I almost want to say Walmart, but it was it was like a multi-pack. So trick of the day, hack of the day. And these, if you find these and you're out, and I think these go for really good money on Etsy and eBay. But I'm glad I kept them. I'm glad I didn't sell them in my shop to somebody that was going to use them for cooking, for seasoning and not. And I think I think that's it. Is that it? Yeah. I think that's it. Oh, the only other thing, and I showed you guys a couple weeks ago when I did the my little retro snowman, is the snow. I love this Dollar Tree snow. I used it yesterday in something too. I had like a little mossy stone, and I put this on because I wanted it to look wintry and snowy. So this, where's the top of the, I don't know what I did with, I think I have multiples of these. So Dollar Tree, I love it. I love it. And then the last thing that I was going to talk really quick, I know Michelle at Comfy Cozy Living, I know she has a sale starting now. So really quick, I was going to talk about chenille. So I was lucky enough to find these at an estate sale recently, and these are true vintage. So they're very, see if I can do it. They're very thin. I pounced all over these. I was very excited because they have a different look, but you can find, and then there's kind of a comparison. But these chenille stems, you can't tell the difference if they're vintage. Some that I have that look just like this are vintage, and some came from Hobby Lobby recently, right? So these are the straight. Oh, this was the other thing I found at Hobby Lobby, were the bump chenille. So Hobby Lobby has a really good selection of the bump chenille, and it's in the back section. So these are really good. That's with Hobby Lobby. Sorry, I dropped that. Hobby Lobby. And I think this colorway might even have come from Walmart. Because Walmart has good crafting stuff too. And then I really use and enjoy a lot are these thin chenille stems that come from Dollar Tree. So you can't, I wish they kind of came in a different, I don't know, different colorway, but, and then where's that vintage one? So these are kind of nice. I wish they came in white, this thinner, right? This thinner one, because then it would look a little more similar to the vintage. So, but I love that. So that would go into the Dollar Tree pile. The hack, yes. Let's see, what is Gabby saying? Do you have a heat gun? There is a white paint snow pen. You draw it on, heat it with the heat gun, and it puffs up like snow. No, I don't know about all this. I think, Gabby, you should come on sometime, because I bet there is a huge crossover from people that do miniatures like Gabby does, and huge applications for people that are doing assemblages and kind of mini assemblages. No, I need to know about all of this. Yeah, wow. Or maybe let me know what it is or where you get it, and I'll put it in the link or the description link of the video. Because I know Gabby has stage fright, and I don't blame her. I'm kind of shocked that I'm doing this because I don't like my I've said I don't like my picture taken. But I just took the leap, and I love crafting. I love creating, whether it's interior design, collecting vintage, selling it, learning about it, crafting with it. It brings me joy. And so my joy just kind of overtook any stage fright I had. I just kind of leapt. I just leapt over the edge. I kind of didn't think about it because I love all of this so much that I was willing to just go for it. So, oh, Gabby's okay. Take a picture. Yeah. And like text it to me and I'll show it. And then I'll put a link, and I'll go back and put a link in the description too afterward. So I don't know. I guess that was. So were you the same, Angela? Right? Yeah, it is. It is. Oh, I know what I wanted to tell you, and I didn't watch it. I am a huge fan of hers. Let me find it. Let me go on YouTube. And I think I mentioned last week too, this YouTube channel that I am in love with everything that she does. So I want to mention, and she put up a new video, and I was actually watching it. Like every time a video drops from her, I'm like, oh, I have to watch it. So I was literally sitting here right before we went live, and I didn't finish it, but she put a new video up probably today. And it's Thanksgiving ornaments. So, I mean, so it's Creative Girl Vintage, and her name is Tammy. This is her YouTube channel, and she just hit 1,000 subscribers. I don't know how she wasn't already at 1,000 subscribers, because her crafts, she has the most, I think Debbie probably had to leave because of her internet, but Debbie, our Vagabond Travels, I recently said, Debbie, you have to watch her. I mean, you're going to want to run out and just start creating up a storm. So that's the Thanksgiving video that she posted today. Her voice is so relaxing. Her crafts are just the cutest. I'm so obsessed. So I will go back and watch the Thanksgiving one. And same thing, she was saying how it was really scary to do this, and that she just kind of took the leap and that she did it. And so I'm going to go back and leave a sweet comment. I'm so happy she got to 1,000. So I know everybody, if you're not already, go subscribe to Tammy at Creative Girl Vintage, and you won't be sorry. I've gone back and watched her crafts multiple times. So, and she works with, if she has vintage and she can include it, she does. But same thing. She looks for, things that are retro inspired. And she uses a lot of really great clip art from Etsy sellers. And, oh, thank you. Thank you for putting it in, Angela. I didn't even think to ask you to do that. You guys are going to be obsessed. You're going to be like binge watching her. So good. Oh, thank you, Angela. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for putting all the links in. Have an awesome day. Have an awesome day. Okay, let me look for Gabby's text here. Let's see. Oh, I want to try this. Okay, so here's the, oh my goodness. Let's see, can I put it up close enough that everybody can see? So snow marker, let's see. Let me turn it. Let me turn it. Kind of. So snow marker. Oh, and that's another language. And then this must be the heat gun that Gabby uses. Oh my goodness. So it puffs up like snow. Here's another. It's by Marvi Uchida. So made in Japan. I was going to say that's Japanese. Let's see if I can get on that. Oh, there. Okay. So kind of by my finger here so you can see the manufacturer. Marvi Uchida. Wow. Yeah, so what I was doing, well, I don't want to show you what I was working on yesterday because it's a surprise. It's a gift for somebody, special gift. But so on this assemblage, I found these little, what is the center? They're not plastic. They're, I don't know what they're made out of, but little moss stones. And the assemblage that I was working on yesterday and last night, I wanted it to look really snowy, like a more snow capped. Here I just put a little bit of glitter because I was kind of going for that woodland thing. And so I did Mod Podge, and then I used this, which I wasn't like, ooh, I wasn't super excited, but I could see how the pen would work really well, I think, for this. I don't know if it would melt it. What am I trying to say? It's styrofoam because I cut it in half. It was a little bit too tall. This one I used the whole one, but for the other application, I wanted it thinner. So I wonder, Gabby, if you know if the heat gun would melt it. So, ooh, I want to try that. I'm excited. So anyway, so I think that is it. Let me see if what else I wanted to talk about really quick. So, I know. I'm trying to think of, so this is probably, I don't know, my fourth. I've been calling it craft chat. Sounded like I said something. I've been calling it craft chat. And if anybody here that's live, if anybody's watching the replay, put in the comments if you can think of a good, I don't know, kind of a fun name for what this hour is. Let's see. Michael's and Joanne's for snow markers. Okay, so now we know. So if people are watching the replay, then they'll know. Okay, so I really do need to go to Michael's or Joanne's, I think, within the next couple. I mean, I don't because I have so much other stuff going on, but I do, right? So if anybody can think of a fun name, I mean, my channel is Day Trip Vintage Company. I'm not going to change that because that kind of encompasses everything that I do, but I don't know if anybody can think of something fun to call this other than craft chat. It's not bad, but so that was the one thing that I wanted to say. And then, so in addition to this show every Thursday live, My really good friend Kate at Releve Vintage. She's local here in Southern California, which is fun because sometimes we get to meet up. We can go to a state sales together or meet at the various uh, flea markets in the area. So it's kind of fun that, there's a lot of people that have connected in this vintage community here on YouTube, but some of us are really far from each other, and we've, kind of, which I think is amazing, that we've have these really special friendships and relationships with each other. But it's fun, like Kate and I, we can get together and do things together. So that kind of makes our show fun. So every Friday live at the same time. So 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern. Kate and I have a show called Vintage Coffee Talk. I think tomorrow will be our 4th episode, I want to say. We've been naming them because there's that reference to Saturday Night Live, right? So yeah, tomorrow's our 4th episode, and we alternate between our channels. So I put the link to Kate's YouTube channel in the description. So if you're not already subscribed to her, please go do so, because we alternate every week, and we put a thumbnail up so that you can do the notification. Let's see, crafty chat. Oh, Gabby's coming up with all kinds. Okay. So suggestion, shake the snow marker before you use it. Okay. Oh my gosh. I want to try that so bad. Chatting and crafting. Super cute. Crafty chat. I like that. Day trips, crafty chat. See, I'm just not, I can create, but I'm not very good at verbal verbal creativity. Like Kate came up with the Vintage Coffee Talk, which I was in love with. I'm like, I love it so much. She came up with that with the name, which was so good. So yeah, so make sure that you go subscribe to her so that you can get the notifications when we go live on her channel, alternating. Tomorrow we're going back to the 50s. So it's a live chat, a live vintage sale. I've seen some of Kate's things, and they're really fabulous. And think pinks, pastels, turquoise. I have Pyrex. I have really good vintage cookbooks. What do I have? I'm looking at my stuff. I have Bauer, which is really hard to find. I get lucky enough sometimes here in California. I have pink Bauer ware. I don't know. We have Fire King, Pyrex. Did I already say Pyrex? Kate has, I've seen the stuff that she has, but we typically do 10 to 12 items. So at the beginning of the show, we do a show and tell. It's an interactive chat. We're tasking everybody for the show and tell this week to take a picture of something that says 1950s to you. Something, it could be a piece of furniture, it could be one item, it could be multiple items. Take a picture to post on Instagram using the hashtag vintage coffee talk. Let me type that in. And it's so easy. That's all you have to do. You can tag Kate and myself, but you don't need to. As long as you put this hashtag. Let me make sure. Last time I typed it in, I said vintage coffee shop. So vintage coffee talk. And yeah, that posted. Yeah, Gabby, pink Bauer. I think I have a pink or a turquoise. It's, I think, Monterey, I want to say, is that collection. I may be quoting that wrong, but it's beautiful. I have a pretty good collection of Bauer swirl pots out in my, some in the house, but in the patio. And then I collect the primary, the oranges and the blues and the yellows and the turquoises. I have a pretty good collection of that. I think if you go on Instagram, you might see a picture in my hutch. My hutch is kind of cluttered, but I've never found the pink before. So I think it was part of a 4-piece nesting bowl set. So I just have the second to the largest that's in pink, and it's so good. It's pink, and then it has that kind of, not splatter, but the little dots. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So we both have really, really fabulous things that we're bringing to Vintage Coffee Talk tomorrow to sell, and we would love it. Gabby's already posted in the hashtag, and we do a little show and tell, and really that's my favorite part of our Friday show. I love showing everybody's pictures. I love hearing the stories behind the things that they have, that they love and they collect. Last week we did post a picture of your favorite piece of vintage jewelry. So fun. So even if you can't you can't come to the live, post your picture. We show your Instagram page, the name, so people will follow you, and I love it. What is Gabby saying? Maybe don't buy anything till you get your loot next week. It's a lot. So my dad and stepmom live out in La Quinta, and Gabby's dad lives in, I can't remember. It'll come to me in a second. You guys will get used to this. I sometimes I'm talking and I can't think of the word I'm trying to say. It'll come to me. And then she's saying, sell more than 5 things. What? Sell more than 5 things. Please, it goes too fast. What does that mean? Well, we're each going to have 10 things. Is that what you're talking about? Oh, Rancho Mirage. That's what it is. Gabby's dad lives in Rancho Mirage. So we're going to try to meet up really quick because I have some things from Gabby, for Gabby, things she's bought, and little things I've picked up for her. Yeah, and she has some crafting things for me. So we're going to try to meet up when we're out there for Thanksgiving in the desert. Yeah, what do you mean, Gabby? Sell more than 5 things. Please, it goes too fast. Yeah, I think that's another good question, and we'll ask that tomorrow. We've been doing some, like when we first started out, we were doing like 6 items. Now we've kind of started doing 10. I'm thinking 12 might be okay. So we'll ask that tomorrow. That will be interesting, because this, our show is sort of evolving, and I love the show and tell now that we've come up with, and it really is my favorite part. So we'll have to see what everybody's open. I know some people like to come to the sales. They like them to be short, right? Show your thing, and then because there's a lot of other people that have live sales, or you have a busy life, you have a busy day. So that's another question, like how long do you like the sales to be? Are you loving the chat? Are you liking both things? Do you want us to sell more stuff? So we both definitely have a lot of stuff to sell. Kate and I both have Etsy shops, so we've been buying for a lot of years. We have a lot of inventory. Don't go look at my Etsy shop. I think I have 10 things. I think I have glitter. I have like 10 things listed for sale. I've been really bad about listing new things for sale. I've let things kind of expire and haven't relisted them because I've just been busy doing all of this. And I brought back really fabulous things from my mom's house. My mom was more of an antique collector, I would say vintage, but probably more antique. And we had to kind of clean out her house very quickly because we were up against time constraints of when my son was starting high school. We did all of that in 3 weeks. We donated, I would say, 75%, 80, maybe it was more like 95% of the contents of my mom's home, my mom and stepdad. But I didn't want to leave her collections behind. I donated a couple things that, like really large antique milk cans. I brought one home with me. And, stemware and some glassware that I was nervous about packing and bringing home. So some stuff I'm keeping of my mom's, of course, I can't let it go. But I can't keep it all. And that was kind of, I had an inkling that I was going to start doing this because I knew I was going to take a little bit of a break, a little bit of a hiatus. I'm an only child. So it's been a lot to work through their estate. We sold the home and just kind of deal with all the things that come with that. And I know keeping my other handmade business, Pearly Girl, going at the same time and going into the Christmas season, I wouldn't have been able to do it. I wouldn't have been a sane person because Pearly Girl, I was always insane trying to keep that going. So anyway, so I'm thinking tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow there's actually a couple things that I brought back from my mom's. And things from like my stepdad's family and his family. And so I love the thought that it's going to go to old friends, right? Friends that I have in the community, that people that will love it and appreciate it, and new friends that are finding Kate and I for Vintage Coffee Talk. So that makes me feel really good. And I think my mom would be happy because this was actually before my mom passed. I sort of had an inkling about this was something that I wanted to do. And I had thought she was going to be sitting by me and kind of be my little sidekick because she would have loved this too. So in a way, I mean, I know she's with me. I'm not going to cry. That we're doing it together. So yeah. So some of the things that I will be selling going forward, some are things that have been in my collection, my mom's collection, and stuff that I've bought with the intention of putting in my Etsy shop. So yeah, it's pretty special. Yeah, I know. Okay. Yeah, change the subject. So yeah, Vintage Coffee Talk. Make sure you guys all come. Right now I have the notification up for this show, but as soon as this is over, I'll switch it back. So you can hit the notification bell for tomorrow's Vintage Coffee Talk on my channel. So it'll give you a reminder when we go live. The other fun thing that we have coming up, that Kate and I have coming up, is we are going to be on Pamela Blanchard's channel December 4th. For her live sale that she does every Saturday. We're super excited. It'll be all Christmas from all three of us. And then I'll be bringing handmade. There might be some of these pieces back here and then more that I have yet to create. And Pam does some really amazing handmade pieces. Oh my gosh, that assemblage that somebody bought and gifted to her daughter. Oh my goodness. So I'm so excited. So that's December 4th, and it's 5 p.m. Pacific. I always say Pacific. Being in California, a lot of people don't say Pacific time, right? They do like Central and Eastern. So we always Kate and I make a point. 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. So we're very excited about that. And let's see, I already said I'm not going to be on next Thursday because it's Thanksgiving. And I hope all of you have an amazing Thanksgiving, whether you're spending it with family or friends or, Friendsgiving, friends that are your family. I know it is still a little bit hard this year and a lot of people are being careful. But I just hope that your Thanksgiving is spent with people that you love and love you and doing something that you love. And yeah, I hope it's special. It'll be interesting because our daughter, our 19-year-old, she just started her first job. She works at Albertsons supermarket, which is a great job, but she won't be able to join us this year. So it's going to be a little bit different. My husband and my son and I will be out in La Quinta with my dad and stepmom. And yeah, Taylor is staying behind. We didn't know what her schedule was going to be, but she literally works like every day around Thanksgiving, like Tuesday, Wednesday, not Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But yeah, it's too far to try to to get to Grandpa's house, Grandma and Grandpa's house. So she's staying home. So it'll be a little bit different Thanksgiving. I'm going to have a hard time, but yeah, that's what happens, right? As they get older. And let's see. Oh, thank you, Gabby, for putting the link in. Oh, thank you, Jenny. You're doing great, and she'd be proud of you for doing all the awesome things you're doing. Yeah, I know she is with me, and she's cheering me on. She's loving it. She's enjoying it. I know she is. Yeah, nobody says Pacific time. Yeah. Oh, welcome. All in the Attic Treasures. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. My dad says that too, that she's having a ball and she's enjoying it all just as much as I am. And I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, let me take this off. Sell more than 5 things. Oh my goodness. So anyway, yeah. So anybody watching the replay, be sure to put in the comments. Gabby had some really great ideas for this crafting hour going forward. I want to come up with a fun name, and make sure you subscribe and like and leave a comment, even if it's just a heart, and make sure you subscribe to Kate. We're trying to get her subscribers up so that we get more viewership, when we alternate between our channels. And that's it. I so appreciate everyone that came today. I appreciate everybody that is going to be watching this in the replay. I just feel really blessed and really touched that people are interested in listening to me just go on and gab. And and yeah, I just feel really lucky and blessed and fortunate, and I appreciate and love all of you. And I'm going to say goodbye. Have a happy Thanksgiving for everybody in the U.S. I love you all. Bye.